Oh,
There you are.
there.
Hey everyone. Oh,
You have 13 seconds to beat the game. Can you do it?
we're
10 seconds to put a boss in it.
there we go.
We always average about 23 people. Sometimes we
Right.
I think.
Right.
I think the most we have is like 40. I almost. Yeah, I don't want to mute that. What the shit?
Oh, that's the original picture from the last one.
Oh, right, he was having fun with wizards.
So, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you coming through.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm getting another group call. Is that the one we should be in?
Hi guys, I'm assuming everybody can hear us out there. Welcome to our.
What is this? This is Hello?
Hello. Wait,
Testing.
where the fuck is the chat going in?
There's now like two different groups, but
Oh, that was useful.
hang on, let me join you to the other one.
Are we Are we getting through, Sean?
Hi. Sorry, let me just add Wallace to the call.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the right call. This one.
Wait, the new one?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
We are in the appropriate call here.
I'm going to say a solid I don't know.
It is. It's just like Skype's messing up with the
Okay.
group calls. He's trying to mess us around, but yeah. Sorry everyone. It's just getting things ready. Very.
Technical difficulties.
Our 5
Welcome back
minutes.
to the Q&A. We're so sorry.
It's all ruined. Unsubscribe.
But you know, gives them time. Gives you time to set things up.
So we are coming through though, right? I do hear the
Yeah,
15-second delay. Okay, oh, so Sean's watching it in the back. Okay, so since we're coming through loud and clear, I guess we can introduce what we're doing here. Sean, may I take it away while you get things set up on your end?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right, hi guys, I'm Swain. Thanks for coming back to watch us and ask us all of your questions while we give you disappointing answers for the next hour. I am here with, first and foremost, Crinkles is in the same room as me today.
Hello.
So Matt Jolly is here so this way we can hit each other when we give bad answers, which is hard to do when we do this from our respective houses. In addition, we also have my good friend and voice actor extraordinaire, Joshua Tomar, aka Tomamoto from Newgrounds.
Hello.
He's here. He's also been a big help with trying to help promote the game when we were first doing the Kickstarter. He's been a good buddy of ours for a long time, and he's in town for Pico Day, the big Newgrounds event that's taking place. And for those of you who don't know Newgrounds, I am envious, and don't worry about it. Those of you who do, that's happening right now. Also in the room with me, we have my good friend Sean Tanner, aka Afro Ninja.
Hello.
He's one of our video game pals. He's also the guy who taught me how to program way back in the day on Flash action scripts, and he's the creator of a bunch of the well, really all of the Escape series games you've ever seen. Escape the Phone Booth, Escape the etc. You get the idea. This guy made all of those in addition to a bunch of other cool games like Territory War, that entire series.
I like this. I like the
so-
escape.
So all right, so Devin's played it. And also, not in the room, we have Devin is in the chat with us. Devin, say hello.
Hello.
All right, that's enough out of you. And also we have,
Thanks for me bugging you. I understand you don't want to hear me anymore.
yeah. Oh, we also have Sean in the chat for those of you who are not listening to him. He's the one setting up everything that you see playing in front of you.
Hey.
Yep, that was him. So
That was
whenever you hear British words, that's our buddy Sean.
It's either that or me,
I don't
who
speak.
is also here.
Finally.
Yeah, I
You
joined
took
eventually.
Your time.
I did. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, Walrus, you are in here. I just don't see your icon showing up. Welcome.
Do you not? Oh shit.
I see
Sorry
you,
about
that you're at it. I just don't see your name on it for some reason. That's weird.
Oh well.
How bizarre is that?
You're running like a million programs.
Yeah, this is the worst day of my life.
Doing everything.
So I guess to divvy up what's going on duty-wise, Sean will play through some stuff. We'll explain kind of where we are. We'll start off with that, and in the meantime, who wants to handle questions? Walrus or Devin? Do you guys? Who feels like reading through the questions and presenting them?
I don't mind. I can do the regular shtick if everyone's cool with that.
I'm down with
I'm
that.
okay with that.
All right, that'll be fun. Devin, do you have any qualms? Just say something in some
Not
chat.
really. No. Sorry, I'm just kind of on standby as soon as questions come in.
Alrighty then. Okay. So whenever we're ready, shall we get this thing moving? Not sure what to call it.
Yeah, where are the
Game.
questions
Video
already? I
game.
haven't
There
got
we
all
go.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me taking ages to
I gotta
set
go
up.
piss away my Kickstarter money, and there's not enough time in the day for that.
That's
Yeah.
Mexico's in like an hour and a half.
A big fucking pile of money. To quote Happy Harry.
Harry Partridge.
Money.
Big fucking pile of money.
If only it was truly that big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get a real dollar from the actual pile.
a real picture of a dollar.
Yeah.
I really hope you can fulfill my lifelong dream in making them pile so big I can laugh at God's stupid face for being so fucking poor. That's my favorite bit.
That was the one. I haven't seen the sequel to Dr. Bees yet. I've been antsy.
Oh,
Anxious even to
what?
watch it.
How about
That
more
wasn't a pun.
bees?
It was a briefcase full of bees. I swear it's still on the front page of Newgrounds.
Well, we're gonna
It's
watch it in front of
excellent.
all these good people.
There you go.
Hashtag change the bees.
Yeah,
I'm not actually going to watch this while we try to do this, but
Dr. Bees was pretty popular in the
this
forums.
is the thing. Yeah, that's somebody. Who is it that has the image on the forums?
I don't know.
I don't remember because I never go there. I don't know what these forums are.
I don't do forums.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. I guess first thing we can do, we just start you in an arbitrary room. It's all for testing right now. But more or less, you're kind of seeing where we're going with the beginning arena stage. It's going to be very circular, and I guess before we hit the Q&A, Sean, you can just do your thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, try not to break it. If you do, realize my coding is infallible. Matt's stage is perfect, and it's your fault. So just don't do anything retarded.
Yeah.
Okay, so first thing you can see, you're just in a basic room. Granted, for everybody who is watching first time, we're on a small delay between what you see, and
Oh, right.
and also because we're looking at the chat while you're looking at it, we see the same 15-second delay. So you're hearing us 15 seconds after what you're seeing on the screen. So it's going to be a little bit silly.
There we go.
Oh, there's different rooms now.
Are you actually screen sharing so we can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
that? Oh, beautiful.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that way you can comment in real time.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think while you're screen sharing, it's frozen the video, but that's okay. Maybe it'll come back.
It freezes every time I tab out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because Unity is trying to play it smart. It doesn't run code if it doesn't need to. So that poster is very high up on the wall now that you can see it. We'll probably have to bring that down.
Yeah, there's a lot about these stages that I want to change and
Yeah.
tweak with.
Or just like put them just straight up the wall. Like it doesn't make sense. Throw a ladder right here.
Oh,
I like
actually,
it.
yeah, that'd be
You have like a ladder on the wall by the vent, and
Somebody's job is just to put
just to climb the ladder, put the fucking notices as high up as he can.
right. The ladder didn't even move.
Yeah, I
just
like
put the
that.
ladder down and just fucking wipe bananas. Yes, write
So,
that down.
All right, we're gonna
please.
write down. All right, ladder
Ladder
and like a glue bucket with paintbrush, maybe.
yeah. And then just like a straight up fucking go of posters.
All right, yeah, and how about like a glue splat for the wall, like a glue splat decal to put behind them?
Right.
All right. See, now we're actually working as we speak. Okay, so all right, doors were not working earlier, but I got them to kind of piece together. You can fall off of that and you'll be fine. You'll actually see some of the old stage if you go that way, but I leave that up to you. So yeah, as far as exploration goes, sorry, Josh, I keep elbowing him.
No problem.
So check this out for a second. While you're looking at your looking at the stage, do this, Sean. Hold down the tab button, and what it should do is open up the inventory. And of course, I have to wait to see it on your screen. No, I don't. I'm not seeing anything come through there.
Seems to be still loading.
How about this? Is it all right? Is do that for everybody? Yeah, that's fine.
Yep,
Yeah.
not just you. Don't worry, mate.
So already I can see the inventory was kind of funky.
Ooh.
Okay, so it's a little better than the last one. I didn't rotate the panel. I wanted it to be angled, but right now it's
Right,
flat on. And the lighting on the character in there is still wrong. I know why, but I can't isolate where it's coming from. So, work in progress. So the idea is now it actually shows your character name, which is test subject for this, and his title is alpha tester. And you should be able to click on any of those things and equip them. It should be easy enough, yeah. And you should be able to run around the stage with that now.
Yeah,
It will equally replace. You can see how it's duplicating things, like I said, but that's all right for now. I don't really personally care. I could not possibly care less than I do. But yeah, you know, so that's a bunch of like the new Nexus masks, the maxes that Mats has put together.
Yeah, that is the J.R.D. LaForge that he's gone with.
Yeah. You'll notice you can also equip only into one hand in the inventory. This is just for testing. I think, honestly, I think your armor is preventing you from going through there, Sean. So you'll have to like disable armor, like in order to go through, which may require restarting your game. But yeah, sorry about that. That is just what it is. Maybe that's no, and engineers are making it through, so that shouldn't be a problem. I don't know.
Well, maybe
I'll
they
work
only
it out.
make it through because they're shoved through.
Hmm.
I don't know. More testing
Could be.
required.
Yeah, more testing required. Let me just check that.
Yeah, costume pieces.
Right. So welcome to Project Nexus 2 live testing.
Live bug fixing.
Mm.
Yeah. Double check armor through doors. Cool. So yeah, basically just putting together that inventory took a week. It doesn't seem like much, but just to be able to structure that, there's so many little moving parts that you don't see. Yeah, it really doesn't want you to get through there.
Yeah.
Try dropping your weapon. I wonder if the weapon is it. Uh-oh,
No.
now you're fucked.
Now things are gonna happen.
Yeah, you better get out of there, sonny boy.
Yeah.
Is there a button?
Seems that the cavalry's coming.
Yeah, he can do it if he wants.
I just restarted.
Sean has decided. You're stuck with it.
No.
You may have to actually like exit and rejoin, I realize now, because it retains your inventory.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. So for testing, put a bunch of stuff on. Then for, you know, testing the playthrough. Currently, armor doesn't really make a difference. It's just cosmetic. Yeah, you
But
have to
yeah,
quit
I
restart.
mean, I'll
All right,
avoid
well,
wearing
thanks for
armor,
coming, guys. Bye. All right, so that's the start. And Sean, I guess go ahead and do your thing. It's got to be new game. So we know you're running through with the guns. That's working just fine. Try to equip a gun from your inventory or a new sword or something and see if it lets you go through the door. I imagine it does. You like our glitchy computer screen? It's going crazy.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just the armor then.
Did you break that too, Sean?
Sean,
So-
the computer's going bananas. Is that your fault?
So is this the new layout for the arena maps? Because if it is,
Yeah. Yeah,
oh, that's
basically.
rad. Like these big sort of humongous sprawling maps where you just get to beat up a bunch of dudes.
This is about
I like that.
A fifth of the size that I have like planned out for this arena, like itself.
Yeah, most arenas won't necessarily be giant huge, and we're coming up with ways of how to present it. Like the first time you play through, you only get 2 rooms. Then you like unlock a higher difficulty, more guys, more tactical,
The
worse
wall
weapons.
doors come down. And
Yeah.
more access to it, so you don't
Yeah.
have like full go at it from the get go. And then some of them are going to be like a lot tighter corridor based. You know, this one's kind of a mesh of all of it.
Yeah, guys currently won't follow you between rooms right now. That's a piece of code I just need to enable from the old days. Oh no!
You done got slapped, son.
Oh God!
Sorry. That's embarrassing. You must be embarrassed.
Right in front of all these people.
God, Sean, you're so stupid. So terrible. God. I'm not gonna say kill yourself because that's inappropriate.
That's neat.
All right.
We could just call him a big dum dum.
Yeah. Just call him a big stinky poo, as they say in Britain.
That's funny. Yeah, Corpus
Sometimes.
still isn't regenerating. I did forget to fix that last time. On regen.
Will that make him invulnerable without having any corpus?
No, he'll just die pretty quickly.
Like that?
Yeah, just go ragdoll.
He inhaled too hard.
So,
Screw these guys.
so one thing I want to point out, and you're invincible, right, Sean? For right now,
No.
you're not. Okay.
Wanted to go hardcore.
Let's
I can do.
touch down.
There we
Alright,
go.
It's up to you. Oh yeah, get them on the. No, the plan that didn't work. Yes, there they go.
Oh yes.
Oh, I love they just build speed. We'll have to turn that into a staircase. Though.
Yeah.
I love how they just kind of slide down there if you just shoot them on there. It's like
Yeah.
almost Half-Life 2-y sort of ragdoll physics, and I think that fits perfectly.
Remake this room. I might just make it like a spiral sometime.
You want it like down and then that way, maybe?
Yeah, that's
Like
fine.
towards the foreground? Yeah, that could be cool. Oh yeah, I'd love that. Down, down, down.
Right.
And with the
That way they
pathfinding
can-
system, yeah, I could put the nodes in place to
Right,
do that.
right. And it'd be less steep too. So
Yeah,
they
so
wouldn't just-
that, then that a little bit, and then
They wouldn't
down
go all
again.
slip and slide when they get shot up.
Yeah, I'm envisioning like a staircase you'd see going up to like a castle wall or something.
Right, right, right. I don't know. There's a word for it, but I don't know it.
But yeah, there never will be. We'll come up with the word.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. So one of the things you'll notice, and it's hard to see in this room because it's so linear that they have to go down that little thermopylae to get to you.
Yeah.
So you can totally 300 them on this one spot. Just nail them as they come. One thing I want to show off is the way that we're doing the squad system now. So squads are in the game, not your particular team. We can enable that. That's just not in this build. I like that to fall off the edge.
Yeah,
It's great.
I
stuff,
pressed the wrong button, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I resurrected
okay.
them by accident, but...
Oh, did you die in yours?
No, I resurrected them by accident, but...
Oh, so we're about to. There it is.
Yes.
Oh god.
That's not so good for you. 20, 30, 32
Yeah,
hit combo.
exactly 30.
Oh, there they come.
Standing up on top of their heads.
That's
It's like a big zombie pile just trying to claw at your ankles.
Oh, that's.
Oh God.
Oh my god, this is
So
great.
right, so you're.
That's worth the price of admission to me.
So you're witnessing Zed survival mode now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like the lights are still working pretty well. The flash on their heads.
Hopefully the
is
next
actually
time we can
reflecting.
do this, we can have like a grenade launcher in.
Yeah, yeah. If provide me with the pieces, I'll put it right in.
Yeah, that's on my list of stuff I want to do next week.
I guess he is invincible then.
Yeah, I think they're just not attacking him because resurrected. They don't know any better right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I did forget. That's something I need.
When he resurrects, they don't see him as a thing. Yeah. He's a ghost. He's a ghost.
Right.
Since I redid basically the AI is now operating under a completely new. Oh, you brought them back again, didn't
And
you?
they shoved you through.
It's operating under a completely new system. I scrapped everything from the old one and I'm doing it ground up. So the pathfinding is still a separate thing. That's not AI. That's just the game deciding what is the shortest way to get from one point to another. Your character does that already when you drop a gun and try to pick it up from across the room. This is just something that happens. Now, I still like that tire just there. I think it looks
Just
good.
chilling.
Yeah, like even though there's no way a car could ever get here.
No,
But
that's
but I love it.
Well, there's also a dumpster. There's no way a trash truck can get it.
Right, exactly. Like who's picking this trash up? Is there like an incinerator? Like there's lava like Minecraft under it?
Right.
So the AI now, what it does is when a game starts and there's a bunch of guys already in the room, those characters will all belong to a squad together. Same thing as when you operate a wave of enemies. Everybody that enters the room through that wave belongs to one squad.
Oh, I love that death animation.
And two different squads could be from the same team. Like you could have agency guys, you can have Nexus guys, you can have just like the player team, all as part of the same squad, or different squads all belonging to the same team. Doesn't matter. But the idea is that a squad of guys is an independent operating unit that tries to find the best way to tackle engaging in combat with you. And depending on the skill of the leader of that squad, that's usually going to be a Zoldat, if not to him like an engineer. It's based on their just like difficulty level. Those guys will give commands to the guys in their squad. We don't have animations associated with it right now where they'll like raise their hand up in the air and gesture, for attack or, like an engage the enemy kind of thing. But what they'll do right now is, let's check this out. Okay, so Sean, try doing this. Press on your numpad to summon an engineer and like 2 agents. Try pressing 3-2-2, and that'll bring an engineer and 2 agents in. And the idea is when you do this, these guys will be in a squad. Feel free to be invincible and don't kill them just yet if you can help it. I also realize in this room, guys are going to spawn up top, so maybe this is not a good room to do this in. Yeah, see if you can find a better room than this. Because you can't see it, but in the balcony above you, dudes are spawning and trying to get to you. Also, you have a room filled with guys that are just alive and trying to pathfind to you, and it's breaking right now.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing the sort of Goonies can't really drop down from high heights yet.
They can, but not from there. There's a balcony in the way.
I see.
Excuse me. There's like a railing preventing it. You won't be able to spawn from here either. This is still considered the same room. This is all stuff that I'm going to be working on, but as we don't know what the problems are until they come up.
Oh, they've witnessed.
Oh,
the
have you seen the crane? Do you even
I did
crane?
notice.
Do you even lift, bro?
Ah,
crane does.
Well, I spawned them in.
So this is a good room. Here, do it in this one. So spawn, yeah, engineer, 2 guys. All right, so let them try to engage you. Notice how they're going to try to get into the ideal sweet spot to you, and those 2 guys down there are trying to flank you. So if you move positions compared to the engineer, watch how those guys will follow you. They'll always try to come around you from that side because that's the order that they were given. So they're unarmed, so they're considered melee. So there's 2 things that are happening at the same time here. And this is a priority system that we invented, and I'm in love with it. The idea is that every couple of frames, that is to say like every 2 seconds, 3 seconds, the squad, maybe like every second, the squad reevaluates the priority of everybody in that group to determine whether or not they should be attacking you. If this was the real world, everybody would take every shot they could and they would just unload their bullets on you, and it wouldn't be fun. It would be a simulation, but it wouldn't be a game. It wouldn't be like, I describe it like Arkham City or something, where only a couple guys attack you at once and you have to like counter them, a couple at a time. So in this system, because Sean is running around and not letting those melee guys get close with him, the engineer always has priority. He's a higher level guy, he's a better shot, and it's also accounting for whether or not he's in his sweet spot range. The further he is from being in good range, the less in priority he's going to be. However, because he's only got melee guys on his team, their priority is like -100 because they're way out of range, which means they have no reason to ever attack you, which puts them at the very base of priority. So priority is like an arbitrary system. After calculating the range that they are from you, after calculating whether or not they're flanking you compared to the person who's leading the squad, whether or not they're a melee and out of range, if they can see you or not, and also just their general skill level and desire to attack. After accounting for these things, it'll just assign them a number. So that engineer could have 100 or he could have 2. And in this case, that doesn't matter. So long as he beats the agent in priority, he will always attack at the same rate as no matter what his priority is. It's just a ranking system. So he's in the lead for priority. Now he's in second place for priority, and the agent is swinging at you because he's in unarmed. So now if you have like 5 guys in melee surrounding you, and 1 guy with a gun, that guy with the gun is rarely going to fire off shots. Those guys in melee will take a lot more priority. And the more skilled of those guys, or the more likely to attack, like someone who's flanking you, will swing more often than anybody else. And so with this in mind, we can actually have guys in melee who have a very low priority take a step back from you to kind of give you some air while they Black Ninja style fight you one at a time. Or we can just disable that and have them go crazy. Like Abomination characters, I think, would probably just swarm you. Never.
And zombie mode, I'm kind of thinking that.
Yeah, zombies will never wait. Yeah, zombies will always take whatever shot they can.
Well, the idea
which
of
makes them
zombie
that much
survival is
deadly.
gonna be like just an unforgiving game.
Oh yeah, also in zombie survival, characters are much less likely to follow this whole rule system. But there's interesting things happen because we're doing it this way. We have like that engineer, because he's less likely to fire. It kind of looks like he's taking his time, and he kind of is, because that's the way we made it. He's taking his time to pick his shots and make sure he doesn't accidentally go for his teammates. Although there is currently no like friendly fire, it kind of like we still want him to be sensible about it. So he's trying to be smart.
So enemies can shoot other enemies, right?
Um,
They'll try
Friendly
not to.
fire does not exist.
Right now, friendly fire is off, but we can turn it on anytime that we want to.
We might just turn faction fire on so you can't hurt people from your own clan.
Yeah,
Might. I don't know. It'll come down.
like maybe not guys in your own squad, but guys in another squad of the same team, maybe something like that. It's that way because it implies that they're working as a squad of dudes together.
Well, because everyone remembers Doom and Doom 2, like, getting enemies to kill each other. And
Yeah,
that
the point was to
hilarious.
line up zombies so that they would fight each other, and then of course imps couldn't hit each other with fireballs. They would hit, but it wouldn't do damage.
Right. Some enemies were just splashing.
Somebody's having something delicious.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
You enjoying yourself there, Sean?
It's a pack of.
A little
Are
bit
you
of
enjoying
chocolate goodness.
crisps?
Crisps. That is a very British. That's
It's-
a very British way of saying it.
So that's
It's chocolate, mate.
chocolate.
Gee, that is not the noise a chocolate packet makes.
Yeah.
A chocolate packet.
So that's where we are with squad combat. As soon as I get pathfinding working better, and so that they can go through rooms, I think I'm going to export a video, just a quick demonstration next week, like next weekend on Friday, Sunday, like between that. Let's open a window. It's actually kind of warm in here. Tomar, do you mind putting the window up for me, please? It's actually a little bit warm, and I'm wearing my hoodie, which I don't need to do.
Well, yeah, that we got like warm bodies everywhere.
Yeah, and the door's closed.
Well, you got to look styling all the time, every time.
Yeah, I know. I got to look
Regardless
at
of
my
the situation.
Rocky hoodie.
Yeah.
So, it's fine. I only noticed the hand as it was on my way out. So, okay, so I guess we can tackle Q&A now that people are sort of up to date with where we are.
30 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes in. We have a lot to talk about with the skill trees, but I want to see if anybody wants to ask questions about that before I just start
Yeah.
preemptively answering things. So, yeah, if you guys are ready, why don't we... Oh, you know what? I got the doors, by the way, to fix the normals. I can do that with decals now. I figured out how to do it.
Okay, cool.
So that'll be easy,
So I
finally.
can be super lazy about it.
I love how he
You should
quickly
be able to.
snaps.
Why, you
Well,
know,
no, the idea
you'll
is-
never be precise enough
The
for
thing
this.
is, like, yeah, I'm going to be building an entire goddamn city.
Yeah,
And God knows how many arenas.
right. And there's more that I can make it easy for you, the better. So, shall we? Oh, and you notice how we'll have to like find ways of clipping like this piece out so the cursor can go through it.
Right.
Because they'll always block right there.
Can you actually aim at the rail? I can't remember. No, wait, that's a separate object.
Yeah, this rail you do not go through.
Okay. I just need to do that to the other room.
Yeah, Sean's testing you. It goes right through the rail. Just not the other room. That's
Thanks,
all.
Sean.
Thanks, Sean. Matt rebuilt all of this from scratch, by the way. He took his arena stage that he designed, replaced all the decals, all the placement for stuff, and it's a tedious process. All the little splats and cracks and broken things and boxes and stuff.
And the crane.
And the crane, our big, beautiful crane.
MLG cranes, baby.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie, that was definitely MLG Cranes inspired that.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Kill those little assholes. Yeah. Die.
Why aren't they jumping over? They gotta be killed.
Oh, I turned off vaulting.
Oh, okay.
I have a quick question.
No, it was
So-
a bad idea. Close the window.
It's fine. We got a good thing on it.
Okay. All right, so let's tackle some Q&A because we got a good 30, 40 minutes I think we could put in before calling it a day. Who wants to take it away? Walrus?
Yeah, sure. All right, everybody in the chat. I know you've got your ants in your pants and you want to ask your little questions, so ask as many as you'd like, and I'll pick the ones I feel have either been not answered before, are pretty damn cool, or are really to do with skill trees, because that's the big scary thing that's really been developing over the past few weeks.
Yes, and we made a lot of progress there. I'm happy to talk
Oh
about
my
it.
god,
And I am very excited to hear it, because that was one of the big sort of cool things that I was quite impressed about. Because
Good.
when I first got the when I first saw the Kickstarter was up, I looked at how the skill trees were going to function. I was really quite pumped because in the original game the skill trees were quite basic, but
Yeah.
a humongous, like, almost. Would it be weird, interesting, like a thing to say? Have you ever played Wolfenstein: The New Order?
No, I didn't play the...
briefly.
that was the one from a couple years ago, right?
Yeah. What
The more recent one?
Its skill tree functioned not only as a sort of achievement board, as in if you got a certain achievement, you got a skill that actually
I
affected your
love that
game.
idea. I almost wanted to do that for this game at one point, and we still might. We'll see.
Yeah. Maybe split up certain achievement-related ones and other things, like maybe make the more sort of important ones sort of achievement-based and sort of like that. Like almost like a TF2 sort of style, like... Anyway, right, let's ask some questions, Okay, will there be clan-specific skills in Z Survival, I'm assuming? So, as in, and this is from B32402, as in, if you join a faction, will you earn a faction-related skill that other factions wouldn't have?
I would think. All right, currently, we hadn't planned on that. I don't think, right?
Mostly we've been focusing on the behaviors of the different factions more than the skill sets that they have that separate them.
Right.
Considering like how what we've gotten done on the skills as it stands.
Yeah, I do like the idea of maybe trainers or having it more accessible to certain factions. But I feel less about I like the idea of rewarding people for joining factions and making them unique. But I also like kind of keeping it open for people. So that's not really something we thought about yet.
Right, like the sort of character you're trying to build should be kind of separated from the clan.
Yeah, there's a little head sticking out of that door there.
What a dork.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. For some reason, some doors are causing guys to lose their collision detection. Like they don't know they can go through it. So he's trying. God bless him. Oh, there we go. He's out.
All right, nice. That was
So,
a good answer. Very nice. Okay,
yeah.
So next question. Varath_Osvorn asks, regarding skill trees, will there be certain weapons or armor exclusive to particular skill trees? Like in Payday, like you had to get the sort of Iron Man to get the big sort of scary suit of armor or the saw and stuff like that. Will that be the sort of similar idea here?
Well, as a hard and fast rule, I think, Matt, we have agreed, right, that no matter what, you will always be able to at least pick up and use any weapon, no matter what.
To horrible effect if you have no skill.
Yeah, like if you pick up a giant weapon, like we're talking like the Berserk sword, the Dragon Slayer, you pick up the ridiculously large thing, and you've never swung a big weapon in your life, you have no strength to do it, you are going to look like a jackass, but it'll still swing. It just won't be effective. It'll be crazy ineffective.
Useless and ineffective.
If you've never taken the very first level of the gun skill tree, we're assuming that this character that Sean's playing has it. But if you don't take the first level, your character will pivot his gun to the side like he's like gangsta shooting. So it'll look like he's like a sloppy hold, or he'll hold like a shotgun out in front of him without really aiming properly. We're assuming a complete moron who's never even seen a gun, let alone picked one up.
Like anything with even moderate recoil would actually leave his hands. Like
Yeah.
That kind of ineffective.
Yeah, the more powerful the gun, if you don't know how to use it, the more likely it is to just fly out of your hands. Oh, I see it. He spawned a guy that has no body.
Yeah.
It's shame on you.
Can you shoot the body still?
I don't know. I think what he did was he spawned a golem type guy.
Yeah, I hit.
I think he
the-
spawned a zombie actually.
There was a zombie up there
I did.
too. Yeah, that guy.
Zombie
If he's invincible, if the bullets like fly off of him, then you know it's a golem. Because that armor is like disabled for now, which is why you're not seeing anything. Because Matt's redoing all the armor from scratch. That was like a demo piece. And shame on you, Sean, for spawning that.
I wanted the zombie.
I forget which one he is, and I
He's
guess you did
5.
too. So that's forgivable. Yeah, I think bullets are just bouncing off of him. So yeah, so regarding like weapons associated, so eventually you'll learn specific weapon stuff like fencing or Eastern martial arts. Like having an Eastern weapon style will allow you to, when you pick up a katana, not swing it like it's a longsword, like a baseball bat or something. You actually, your character will reflect the style, but only with that weapon. You'll never pick up a longsword and then start using it like a katana, because that's just a specific weapon with a specific style. If you haven't trained in using a longsword like a, you know, super medieval gun, or gunsling, gun-toting, like a Lancelot sword-fighting god, like you're freaking Beowulf or something, if you have no skill in that, you'll just swing it like a baseball bat.
But it's you know, still effective.
Yeah, and I would like it if we even had like a baseball bat skill, not for baseball bats, but for like a specifically like awesome blunt skill with a lot of wind up and a lot of follow through.
We've got a lot of ideas out there, especially for like, you know, 6-shooter gunslinger, like
Yeah.
being able to fan revolvers at ridiculous speed, stuff like that.
Yeah, eventually, like each type of weapon, revolvers versus semi-auto, will have different specific things. Revolver fanning the hammer. To shoot from the hip, your aim is terrible, but you're basically turning your revolver into an automatic weapon. Granted, for like 6 shots until you can upgrade your barrel
Well,
or
sometimes 12
upgrade your
if they're big
cylinder.
enough, yeah.
Yeah, you can get a big enough cylinder. It will have crazy drums that you can just throw in there with the crafting mode.
Drum, yeah,
Just a freaking revolver drum.
like bullet punching and all that crap.
Yeah, so think of it less as, I guess short answer, think of it less as you need a skill to use a weapon, and more as you need the skill to use the weapon like somebody from an action movie who is a badass at that weapon. Otherwise, you're just using it like a doofus, or at most like a guy who thinks it's a baseball bat, or just shoots every gun like it's, like he knows what the dangerous end is and he knows how to hold it, and that's about it.
All right. Okay.
I can breathe again.
Yes.
Okay.
Next question
onward.
we have Uncle Funky asks.
God.
No, that's Uncle Funkle. Damn,
Uncle
that's even better.
Funkle from the
Touchy
forum,
is-
I would have been happy with Uncle Funky, but no.
from
Uncle
the from the
Funkle, that's even
forums. Yeah, he has the pony icon, doesn't he? On the forums.
I think so.
Yeah, I know him.
better. All right.
I know of him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, we got a forum man on our stream, and that's always good. Gotta love those forums.
I guess.
Anyway, right. Will having certain skills have visual change on your character or weapon?
Their stance primarily.
Yeah. First off, the stance, yes. Then also, as mentioned, whether or not they hold their gun sideways, which will have an in-game effect for recoil. Aiming is terrible. The weapon can possibly even jam because the weapon, like a lot of firearms, are meant to discharge a casing in a specific direction, and if you hold the gun the wrong way, like firing upside down, in theory it can jam. It's been known to happen.
Well, I imagine like certain of the legendary skill trees that we have like worked out will put like an aura about you.
Yeah.
Nice.
What do you think about that, Tomar?
About an aura?
I don't know about all of it.
I mean, he's sitting here. Let's use him.
Yeah. We're gonna squeeze you for answers.
Am I actually, do I have the floor right now?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're
Time's
on.
up. No, go
Sean!
ahead.
No.
It's
All right.
that one, Swain. Go ahead, Tomar. You got it.
No, you're fine.
Oh, you don't want to answer? That's okay. All right. I think that answers that question then.
All right then.
It's about what's actually going into the game.
Instead of just idle speculation
Yeah.
about what you think might go into it. We brought in our friends who know nothing about what we have planned to come in and answer questions that they don't have answers
We have
to.
a stack of note cards that they're not allowed to look at.
We're just raising our eyebrows and looking over them.
Warmer.
I don't know. Is that right? I don't know. Okay, so I think that covers that question.
Alrighty then. So, another question from B32402. Will your character be swinging weapons differently if they have like special powers? Let's say Jesus would shoot or swing through telekinesis. Would that be a thing? Do you think you could look into in the near future?
I see that being like an execution, maybe not a style where you click attack and he swings.
I know Jesus telekinesis. On paper, anyways, we have it so he can pick up items from anywhere on the map.
Yeah, like so long as you can see it, and he can pick it up and it'll come flying into his hand like Luke Skywalker. So he'll be able to do that. As for swinging it, I could see that as like a cool execution move where someone is stuck in like a corpus stun and you've got enough whatever arbitrary execution points or something to do an execution.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know. That's something I haven't put a whole lot of thought into.
Is how to prevent people from just spamming execution as opposed to making them earn the
Or you
right.
could throw it like a Stanford hook.
Couldn't you use your tack bar as also kind of an execution meter?
Maybe, but attack bar, we were representing that also as not just your ability to dodge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid to use it as an energy bar. It's more like your nerve. It's like how nervous you've been made, is the way we've been looking at it. So shotguns will be great for attack bar because not only is it impossible to dodge, but they're just scary weapons, and that's just kind of
right.
their benefit.
Some weapons will be louder than they are dangerous.
Yeah.
Which will take out attack bar in its own way.
Yeah. But as far as like a Jesus like use the sword telekinetically thing, I could see that as a cool like a cool execution where he lifts them up with his hand and like shoots them with the sword multiple times and throws them down on the ground, or just like a Darth Vader like force chokes them to death and like throws them at the distance.
Well, nothing's off the table though. I mean, like especially with legendary like move sets that we've gotten on paper.
Right.
I don't know how easy it would be for you guys. That just reminded me of in Smash Brothers, the character Mewtwo, who does he's like a telekinesis type person.
Yeah.
And when he picks up a weapon and he strikes with it, like he just holds his hand out and kind of spins around and does this like.
That's his defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
When
Like
he
his
swings
attack
it-
animation is more or less just like him holding his hand still.
Yeah, well, he'll do like a little bit of this, and then it's actually the sword and the beam thing doing
Is
all the
what is
work, so-
moving around.
But
I mean, that could be an
that's
interesting
really
like a meat grinder ability where the sword just like blade spins in front of you.
with like
That's
Yeah.
that's one of the new funny little fatalities from Mortal Kombat. Actually, he's like
Yeah.
turns it into a sort of blender.
yeah, and then like you got Jebs just like holding out devil horns like right there, just as the blade spins about in front of him.
Yeah, I was actually talking to Afro Ninja and Tomomoto last night about like I kind of visualize executions in this game as kind of like the X-rays in Mortal Kombat. Like if you do enough corpus damage to kill them, they're dead. A grunt, he's dead. An agent, he's dead. But if you're fighting like an upper level guy, you just do corpus damage to him. You take off a couple of them, like an execution is deadly. But if you don't kill them, do we do a different animation? Because the game knows you won't kill them. So go the Shadow of Mordor route where like you stick him a bunch of times, but then he shoves you away.
Well, I like the X-ray route where you just do grievous damage and now
Yeah.
he's like really wounded.
Because you know what? I don't mind that at all. The only thing I mind is like when you finish, like especially if the animation throws him down to the ground, like he falls on his
we'll
own
have, like,
and then stands back up.
Yeah, some animations will be like specific for the end of the road, but like the execution we have in right now, the eye gouge,
Yeah.
like that could be just like a 3 corpus knocker. You know,
Yeah.
like, so it's very difficult to survive.
Yeah.
And if you do, you're just sort of like bloody faced,
Right.
running around screaming like an asshole.
And that way I could see like unarmed executions are all about just doing these like terrible hits, neck snaps and stuff that maybe they come back from.
Face smashes. And
Yeah, right. Like grab him and just put him straight down into the ground. I have gerbils in the room. I'm so sorry.
I didn't realize that was an offense.
And it's not a euphemism either. I really have gerbils in the room. We
I got
gotta
me wondering what the fuck kind of euphemism.
clear the air. There's a gerbil.
Be right back. Gotta fix the gerbils if you know what I'm saying.
Fix the gerbils.
Yeah, that is. I'm trying. Damn it, I'm trying.
So okay, so that answers that question about Jesus telekinetically moving around his sword.
Yeah.
I feel.
All right then. So we got another one from Vareth Osborne, and
So-
he asks, "Will different fighting styles provide different benefits? Like
No, they're
being
all
like,
identical.
like for instance, like a super fast slicey ninja guy, or a guy who hits really fucking hard but swings like a slow brick."
Yeah, that's right. I
It's
mean,
more
that
or less
basically
like-
covers it. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's
Fair enough.
that on that continuum. It's just more or less what you want to do.
We'll probably scale it based on like the frequency of a weapon. Like a katana will rarely get dropped in the game, I think.
Right,
Maybe we'll have some Eastern weapons, but it won't be as often as like a baseball bat. So if you want to take like an improvised weapon skill tree that makes you great with like bottles and rocks and stuff, cinder blocks, like you'll use them like a weapon, and
I was
you'll.
gonna say, like improvised also just boosts your ability to use anything.
I'm thinking as much, and we don't know where that would go, and if we'd even
I think
include
it'd
it.
be kind of a short tree.
Yeah, it would be definitely a short tree. Like there's not a lot of benefit to having it. It doesn't make you that much better. No, you can't be a legendary bottle bar fighter. Like you're known for throwing over the poker table and just like going after the closest pool cue.
Yeah, you just show up with like a case of bottles. You're like, yo, brother, we don't want any trouble here.
He's drunken master madness style. I like that.
Yeah.
And so although we would have that, those weapons would be very common. So the benefit of going up that skill tree would be a little bit less. Whereas katanas, yeah, sure, you could always equip your guy with it, engage in combat with it, but once that breaks or gets knocked out of your hand, unless you can find another one, you're pretty much screwed. So we're still balancing that, but yeah, every skill tree will play differently.
Well, yeah, we're also like some ideas about like how heavy blunt weapons and sword weapons attack.
Yeah.
Like the dichotomy between those two.
Yeah, like if you think of Dark Souls, when you pick up a new weapon, even if the stats are similar, just the way you swing it and where the hitbox is, the delay between whether or not it's an arc or like a point in front of you,
Right.
Or you swing multiple times, like all of these things are individual animations that make up the kind of combat person you are, and you have to learn that every new weapon.
Right. Kind of like weapons with the same stat can be like drastically different based on
Yeah.
how they're swung.
Yeah, exactly. Just because one was a short sword, one's a long sword, same stats, just they play differently.
Yeah.
I'd like to capture that in this game. That was
Right.
the question.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We gotta
Yeah.
say stop.
Yeah, I need. All right, we need cues. And
Yeah.
And
Okay. And
next.
cue next question. I haven't got all day. Bruh. Like a man smoking a cigar, and he's got he's got to answer like an interview with a paper, and he's like, what the fuck am I talking about? Anyway, next question. Okay. All right.
no, I
B3
keep going.
Yeah, we've seemed to getting a lot of questions from the same two people. Come on, guys, we're all smart, intelligent little cookies.
we're all friends now.
We can ask some pretty cool questions. B32402 asks, will you be able to do different combo attacks through delaying your strikes?
Oh, I see. Like waiting. Currently, we don't have plans for that. The reason is because the timing changes depending on your skill level. Which is to say, if you're a grunt and you're swinging a sword, it's going to look different than an engineer swinging a sword or a Zoldat swinging a sword. So, like waiting on the timing, it's going to be tough because you can so rapidly switch from like one character in one squad. Like your squad could have Sanford, Demos, and Hank and Sanford are very different in the way that they play, melee and unarmed wise. So swapping between the two, just having this system of timing in place when Hank is swinging like freaking crazy and like one attack goes to the next attack almost instantly because the guy's a maniac and knows what he's doing. I feel like it would be impossible to have a level of control that would make it playable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't think this game is for delaying or anything like that. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's not a
fast
fighting game. It's supposed to match or like brawler, side scroller kind of game.
We're just supposed to be killing a bunch of dudes, not playing. Well, there is a bit of playing involved. Like it's Hotline Miami is a good thing, I would say.
Yeah, this game is going to be slightly more survivable than Hotline Miami.
Oh god,
That's just because you're a hero in this.
I'm surprised I even beat Hotline Miami 2 in a week because everybody else seems to saying that game was harder than what's the thing that's really hard? Don't
Dark
answer
Souls.
that. Oh well, yeah, Dark
only
Souls.
Dark Souls. That's the only thing you need to know.
Dark Souls.
Yeah, I'm trying my best to beat Dark. I recently got that game and it's fucking. I love it to pieces, but it's like being.
It's-
3Ds of
There's-
Dark Souls.
There are a few games that give you more satisfaction out of actually accomplishing like even if it's just opening a shortcut through an area that you've already played like half a dozen times, or
Because
beating
is
a
it?
boss is I think always.
I get more
satisfying.
vindictive. I'm not satisfying. Like, yes, I
Really?
did it. It's more like I'm so like I'm like suffer, you son of a bitch. Fucking die, suffer. Like I'm
Jesus
not
Christ.
glad for their misery. I'm just angry and vindictive. And I'm not a mad person. With games, maybe that changes the rules. But
Well,
you should see me programming. I'm even madder.
Yeah.
I flipped off when I finally got the character. Like I was trying to fix something today coding, and I flipped off the character because I won, because I beat it, because I did the code.
You beat the code.
I beat the code.
My C# power.
Ouch. Oh god.
My C# kung fu is stronger. So, I think there was a question in there somewhere, and I'm pretty sure we answered it, but I
What
don't
was it
remember what
about?
it was. So I'm just gonna say yes.
Yes,
Answer.
best answer.
The answer is yes. Next question.
And it turns out the question was the Holocaust a good thing? Good job. Yeah. The Holocaust
Out of
was a lie.
context.
Yes or no? Yes. Next question. Right. Let's
Make
see
it
if we can-
ambiguous. Like, well, that should be obvious, shouldn't it? Like, what does he mean though?
Oh
It's
god.
just more speculation.
Right.
Yeah.
That's madness. It's just questions within questions.
Right, don't answer anything.
Never.
That's true Madness style.
Don't ask the question. It's probably Holocaust.
Commit to canon, but never answer the question.
Right.
Alright, let's have a look for.
Speaking of more questions, we're not going to answer.
Oh,
I can't wait till there's bloody footprints.
Oh yeah, that's right. We put that on the list and didn't do it. Let's get footprints ready.
Yeah. Footies. Because it's gonna be like Duke Nukem 3D. Like after
Yeah.
you get done smashing the place up, there's fucking blueprints everywhere.
Yeah.
Are you gonna remember what footies means?
Yeah. Hold on.
Footies? Footies for Matt.
The winky face. There we go. My notes say footies. Hey, nice level up, bro.
Yeah, like spin attack, level up, Tony Hawk. Now grind that rail.
Yeah, that was real pretty, boy.
yeah.
Just real pretty level up, boy.
You now squeal like a pig. Don't actually squeal like a pig. Play the game.
You almost fell in the
All right.
trash, boy.
Yeah. All right, here's another question from the dear old Varazorthor, and he's doing a really good job today. And they're actually asking the real questions. For executing animations, will you be able to trigger super rare executes where you can like kill 2 enemies at once?
I wouldn't mind it, but I think that's more conditional. I think I'd love to have executions where you kill 2 guys, but we're still only amateurs at this, and we only have syncing animations for between 2 people, not you and like 2 or 3 targets.
Yeah.
We want to get there eventually, but I want to see what we can make happen with what we have before we get to like multiple enemies. But I guess the question's more about special executions, right? I would like to see like more conditional stuff, like Batman's takedowns are in Arkham are like, yeah, it's like he smashes guys into the wall. If you counter somebody and you're facing away from them, and it goes you facing away, they're behind you, and there's a wall behind them. You'll grab them, pick them up, and smash them backwards into the wall. Like there's all kinds of cool stuff like that I'd love to see.
Or like the obvious just differences between weapons, like countering.
So I mean, obviously we're gonna have to toy with it, but
Yeah.
it could be in the cards.
It could be, but
Because it would be a bit odd if you disarmed and countered somebody the same way you would with a knife and a battle axe. Because I think it would have to be taken into account that difference in size means different in sort of scale of how you're going to have to deal with this situation.
That is correct. But of course, battle axes will have like large weapon executions and
Oh yeah.
yeah, like axes are currently. I think we're playing them like blunt weapons. They're not blunt, but they would use blunt weapon animations because there's a lot of swinging and not a lot of stabbing involved. So they would have their own like blunt skill type animations. So yeah, a lot of that stuff is going to be so conditional that we'll have to see. Yes, take out that Zed. I'm gonna, you know what? For next build, I'm gonna stop Zeds from shooting. Zeds, no shoot. No shoot, Zed.
it's embarrassing when they do.
Yeah.
Look at him tactically. All right, plus always no squad commands. Currently, they will try to flank you like anybody else.
Yeah, their appearance is that's the only thing that sets them apart.
Yeah.
And the massive hit point.
Yeah, and the crazy amounts of damage that they hold on to. I do love those gaping mouths. It's my favorite part.
I can't wait till their teeth start coming out. That's badass.
Yeah, I know. I get it. I'm on it. Yeah, you'll be able to knock teeth out while they're still alive, and like little flaps of teeth will come.
Yeah. The
blowing
game
out
will
of
have
their skull.
one achievement called the dentist. Knock them all out.
Yeah.
Will that be?
Get it.
Will you
Not
be
the
able to
only
do?
blunt attacks, right? To pop, pop, pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swords won't do it.
Will you be able to knock teeth out for the regular grunts? Because I remember
What teeth?
There was only because I thought that as much. There was one instance, and I think it was in either 6 or 5, where Hank literally rips the skin off a guy's face and it reveals actual teeth.
Behind.
Yeah, well, even Jesus has that. Like, he has an actual mouth, though. But, yeah, very few characters do. You kind of, like, we don't have it in yet, but you will see, like, a skull-type shape, like a muscly skull underneath when you
Right.
blow holes in the head.
Placeholder for when people get blown apart.
Yeah. So,
looks
I don't see why we couldn't do it. I mean, it would be fine.
Just teeth coming out of everybody.
Well, honestly, actually, we were thinking about having like the part of the head and also the body might be made up of multiple pieces. Think of something like Operation or something like that, where it like takes chunks out as you blow somebody up. So someone could have this, like a zombie could have the same skull as a human. Normal grunt guy could have the same skull as everybody. Zombies would have a different one because their jaw is separate. But yeah, we could easily just have pieces of like bone fragment that we separate and brain matter that could like get chunked away as you destroy somebody to reflect more of a cavity on the inside of them and less just you see like a bony structure underneath, like a muscly bone structure. I would love that.
You could just do the Mortal Kombat route. Well, the old school Mortal Kombat, like 6 rib cages and like 8 femurs.
Oh,
coming out
right,
of
when
the-
someone got exploded.
Yeah.
It's like someone just threw like a whole cart of chicken parts.
And right, the giblets were on sale. So they, and then you know what? That actually would, when you blast somebody in the head, the chunks of flesh that come out of them could actually be instanced pieces of the parts that were removed from them, instead of just arbitrary meat chunk here and arbitrary bone chunk there. Yeah, like the Mortal Kombat route, we could just actually remove those pieces, and those are the ones you see fly. So if you explode someone's head, not only does the whole thing get erased, but every chunk just goes flying. I would love that. That is a much better game. But we'll do that. That's not for the next builds.
At all. No,
Yeah, we're
that's
working
distant.
core gameplay first, then that's just a cosmetic but necessary addition, but that's not immediate.
Yeah, while Swing's fixing this up, I'm just going to elaborate on the arena as much as I can.
Yeah, so stop asking for it, Sean.
Yeah, make the game nice and buttery smooth and lovely to play.
Yeah,
Before you
pathfinding,
make-
I need
Yeah.
square away pathfinding right now. There's a stupid bug, it's a stupid, dumb bug, and I want to say it's not my fault, but I can't prove it.
Don't hit me again.
Don't hit me.
So, Sean, what do you think of the interface, like for the, for this like menu area? Now you're wearing a helmet. You're pretty much stuck, aren't
Yeah,
you?
you're going to have to...
At least you can be in that room and fight. Yeah. But what do you think of like, aside from the fact that you can't leave? What do you think of that like just general interface? Does it make sense? Like it's easy, right? I hope.
So the the inventory.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty simple, right? Like it's not. There's nothing
Yeah, I mean,
fancy.
there's- you don't-
Can't see what you're wearing yet. Like there is no unequip button, but that's coming next.
Yeah, I mean, there's no kind of like dragging it onto your character, so you can kind of just go in there really quickly. Just
Yeah, the dragging I thought was
What
a pain in the
about-
ass.
also, what
I don't know
about
why
double
it starts like
clicking?
that.
Would you consider double clicking an item to equip
Oh
it
yeah,
as well?
absolutely. Yeah, double click to equip it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Or middle click.
'cause it's-
Single clicking, it'll also like kind of draw a line to what part of the body it will be going to.
Yeah, at the very least, it would like highlight, like circle the thing that it would go to.
Right.
Yeah.
Or maybe it does that when you just hover over, like you hover over it and it'll show you what it connects to.
Like generally speaking, it doesn't even
Yeah.
need to model it on its body or anything.
Yeah, inventory items will also be separated by category. Weapons won't be with armor, etc.
Yeah, this is just sort of a big bag of stuff.
Yeah, right. This is just your Sacco fun for right now. This is your party bag
With
that you
all
get.
the guns that aren't in the game yet, Swing.
Soon.
Oh, friggin' glasses axe murder, I love it.
Oh, I should have given you an outfit so you can wear like an engineer costume or something. Like change your costume.
torsos.
Oh,
my god, they're just going right for the nuts.
aim higher, you bastards.
And these zombies have no tact. Just go for the bad areas, man.
No
They don't know how to
tact
shoot a
bar,
gun.
right? Am I right, guys?
Oh, shush.
You guys were thinking it too.
Man.
I was just cowardly enough to say it.
Brave enough.
Yeah. So, yes, nice kill.
Oh god.
A righteous kill. Okay, so let's get some more questions because we have, it's 2:54. I don't want to be a stickler to say just the next 6 minutes. Let's speak through as many questions as we
Bedtime.
can and cover them. Okay, good night, Sean.
Yeah.
Good night, Dad.
He's
Do you like
Good night.
the shadows on the icons? It takes nobody. Just to be clear, Crinkles didn't have to draw all those things individually. We didn't have to like take snapshots. The game dynamically creates a snapshot for every item, which means if you custom create a gun, you'll see your custom gun in that picture. So there'll never be any kind
It
of
won't be
confusion.
just like a picture of an MP5, even though yours is like a Frankenstein monster.
Yeah, and we'll probably even put like a different colored background for custom stuff, different color for armor, that kind of thing, so you can see
It's
what's.
not. Yeah. All right. We got a good question from Abandoneer.
It's about time.
How will being a mag agent, like a big motherfucker, affect equipment? Will you have your own guns? Will you have your own armor? Or will it just be simply oversized versions like in Nexus 1?
I think that all right for mag player characters. I don't think we've decided yet.
That's gonna be like a legendary skill tree, sort of like Hank's mag sized.
Yeah.
The way I see it, you will never be like full on gigantic mag like that.
Yeah, the game would be unplayable. Like maybe we'll give you like special fun stages where you can be a mag and smash dudes in like a room just for
right,
fun.
Right. That's just gonna be like, here's your armor, here's your equipment, go.
Yeah, that's more like experimentation mode, like interactive. Like you
Right.
just can start it. Like I want to be this guy. Like any unit in the game, I want to play an abomination, and you get their powers. Sure, like That yes, but for your
as
arena
far
guy,
as, like,
no.
story, arena, and even zombie survival mode, like the skill tree that takes you up the mag, like where you size up. Like I don't know. I don't like the idea of like just being able to wear like anything when you're sized up.
Yeah, like I don't mind. Like first off, because I'm assuming that when you, or how about this? Whenever you buy stuff and you're bigger, we could go the Shadowrun route, and trolls have to spend more on clothing, and dwarves also because it's custom fit. How about as soon as you level up, you have to sell all the shit that you had before? It's like bam, doesn't fit you
Just
anymore.
calls doesn't fit.
So you can buy all the same stuff for your new size, but every time you size up, you have to like
Well, I was
redo
thinking,
your,
like, there'd
your
only be the
wardrobe.
one size because like somewhere along the lines it says like you are ready and then you have to go and take care of it or something to that effect. I
Yeah.
don't like the idea of like having to traverse like 5 sizes because that's gonna become like an armor nightmare.
Well, that's also, don't forget, armor and stuff will scale up. Oh, Sean, you broke the handing, the like.
Yeah, I just found it.
For some reason, the IK screwed up on dodge.
No, he's firing it kinetically.
Let me make a note of that. IK on.
If you block and then jump, then it does it.
Oh, is it block to jump?
Block and jump, then it will break it,
But not when you just
then
jump
if you
normally.
shoot afterwards, then it reconnects it.
Okay, yeah, that's easy to fix. I was worried. IK on two-handed dodge. All right. Yeah. So I don't know. I foresee like growing slowly with a mag type unit. Like you'll get a short boost and then you kind of grow in size. But armor just and weapons and stuff, they can just scale with your character because you're just being resized. So we could easily just scale up armor and just say screw it. Like you get the same.
It might just come down to that.
Yeah.
But
It'll look fine. I don't care
there'll
if it
be a
doesn't
lot of
make
pitching and
sense.
screaming as we get there.
Yeah,
It might create some interesting bit of gameplay to have like ups and downs of being a mag agent, but
Yeah, you're much easier to hit with bullets, and your attack
Yeah.
is suddenly truncated pretty bad.
What if like you? How about? Okay. How about this? Every time you size up, there's just a new button on your weapon. That's like when you click on the stats for the weapon, it's like unusable by you. It's actually no, it's not. Our weapons aren't unusable. They're just tiny in your hand, up to a point where you can't fit your finger on the trigger.
I was gonna say like you could still use a small gun,
Yeah.
sorta.
Yeah, like you could use like the trigger guard is
From
filed
one,
off or
yeah,
something.
you could use a gun from like one or size below or above you.
Yeah, but then there comes to a point where maybe you can spend a ridiculous amount of money to boost your weapons up to be like mag size, like more your size. So you'll get a Desert Eagle that fires rounds that are slightly bigger from a weapon that's slightly bigger, and your Desert Eagle's bigger than anybody else's.
Right.
I don't know. We could do
Just
something
because
like
you
that.
felt like doing that.
Yeah, and it would cost you a ludicrous amount of money, and the bonuses for it would be a little bit more, not much.
You just
Because
wanted
we don't
a
want to
big
make it
dummy
broken.
Desert Eagle.
Yeah, it just needs to make sense for your guy. So you could maybe press a button, upgrade your armor, now you can wear it again, something like that.
Because we already got an idea, or well, like, it's just more stuff that's on paper and sketching and stuff as we're putting this together. One of the bosses will be spawning like smaller madness guys.
Yeah.
So like that's another place where scaling is going to come into place.
Right. Someone here? You want to check that? We have a knock downstairs.
Jack, see?
Oh, did she go up to get? Oh, she took a walk. Yeah. Okay, so we got that question down. Let's get another one before we run out of time.
right, let's have a look. See. Let's have a look. Telekinetic gun wielding, we've seen that. More Hotline Miami 2, good game, but could do with some more sexy questions. Anybody seeing anything question-wise that looks freaking cool?
Jonas and Fernando and Justin.
What the fuck for? Did we tell them to come over?
I told them 3 o'clock.
Okay. Wow, they're really on the dot, aren't they?
Yeah, they're impatient bastards.
Okay, well, if you hear them coming up the stairs, lock the door.
Inside your wife.
Thanks, Matt. Just make sure it's Tomar before if anybody knocks and wants to come in.
Oh no, he made his bed.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so let's see. More questions. Did you find any, Walrus?
No, everybody's talking about Hotline
No.
Miami 2, to my knowledge. Fair enough, it's a good game, but we have a game right. There it is, Varathalsborn saving the day again. He's our star player today.
That was
Alright.
close.
Yes. All right. Will you be able to use explosive or other methods to blow holes in certain floors or walls to go into the other rooms? Like, you see that balcony up there, and
Right.
if you blow the hole, like a hole in the floor, will you be able to shoot the guys downstairs?
It's like the Batman explosive gel to like knock a wall,
Yeah.
take the guys out on the other side. There will be one of the first things we wanted to do with this game, actually with the last game, was have like walls you could detonate to get through. We ended up not doing that in the Flash game because it was way too crazy. And in this game, the 3D space isn't true 3D space. Like when you go inside of a room, that room is built to look like you would be inside that area. Like if you follow Sean's path, although the camera may change direction, and which is the fourth
It
wall and is
still all
invisible.
makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, the rooms still fit into the areas that you walk through. So these aren't just arbitrary rooms you're going through. Like that staircase that you go up is actually taking you down to the previous floor. With a mini map, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but you know we're getting there.
I mean, I guess if you guys really wanted to, could you set up like just predetermined here and there, like you put a special symbol on the wall, like this is a
Yeah,
co-op wall.
right. It's
I
like
know
it's like that's
I know
what we're
that's
thinking.
Gonna be a part of story mode.
Yeah, story mode. You'll have areas where you need like Sanford, who knows explosives, and you know Demos, who knows.
That's also a big part of the way the city is constructed, like
Yeah.
with the walls separating sectors.
Right.
Being able to destroy those will be like a thing that just factors into the city, like how zombies get around,
Yeah.
or if you don't destroy the walls, you know, you can contain them.
Right.
So it's not like I don't know.
It's like do you want to like you can blow up the wall and take everybody by surprise and attract every zombie in the city
who's going to just pour right
who'll
through.
come in behind you. Yeah. So if you need to blow up the wall and just rush job blitz it, you better do that and stick to the plan. But yeah, we absolutely have like at least for entering new areas, basically walls waiting to be or doors waiting to be. So it's like a wall with a symbol. It's just a door, it just isn't a door yet until you activate explosives, then it turns into one. We would have that for sure. As far as like enemies on like detonating the thing so like it blows up guys below. I don't know. I mean, we can't punch new and dynamic holes in the floor without ruining the game. It would just it's way too much to take care of for what we're trying to do here. I would love it, but it's a bit much.
One code.
As we say, make the
Yep.
game as you have it perfect before you try anything new and sexy.
Yeah.
Because it's better to create something perfect and then expand, or create a very big, basically okay game.
Yeah. I'll be fine with an okay game, but we're aiming for higher. As for that, yeah, there will be explosives in the game. There will be a skill tree based on it. Don't worry about that. You'll absolutely get to have a firebug if you want to. That will totally be in the game. And we'll find ways of like setting like trip mines and stuff. Maybe you don't blow up the thing, but you drop a grenade on them. You know, there's still that. So hold out hope, all of you guys who need to blow shit up.
Yes, that'll be fun.
Yes.
All the sort of. Well, speaking of which, Killing Floor 2 is out in early access. I want to see that. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Get your dash.
I see a question about having a. I'm doing your job for you now. Sorry, Walrus. About a
That's
co-op.
okay.
I was just reading. A co-op raid mode. We do want a co-op mode where you just basically like attack bases. You would just be able to set like, okay, cool. I want a random base with this kind of enemy as a boss, and like this level of difficulty from these factions will be the ones that I fight. And I start with these weapons or something. We'll have challenge modes for like preset stuff, and also just like random encounters you can just create for fun, and try to earn like rack up XP and stuff. Yeah, you know, there's going to be a lot of co-op raid type stuff. That's absolutely a function. Down the line, bear in mind, this is not initial release. We're going to put the game out with story, with arena, and most of Zed mode. We're going to finish up Zed mode after at least beta release. And as soon as we like full release the game, I'm immediately starting on multiplayer. Not waiting a moment while Matt just pumps out armor, weapons, equipment, just cool stuff for you guys while you're waiting for that feature.
Yeah, because the story's going to be this actually. That might wait last.
Yeah, and we'll try to do it free DLC. We'll see how we are money wise by the time we manage to get it released. But ideally, we want to do free DLC for those like initial like thanks for waiting like packs of armor and stuff. But you know, we'll see. No promises yet, but that's what we're trying for. So that's raid mode.
Yeah. Also, I'd advise, if you're gonna do DLC, I'd advise to not do the payday model of it's cheap but a lot of DLC. I'd advise
Yeah.
if get a big bunch of it and make it, because that's the thing. Because the thing that people and game developers screw up with DLC is the fact that they try and sell a lot for something that piles up to be a lot. The games that do DLC right are games that give you a lot for a good price.
So you mean provide 20 weapons for 20, not really for $20, but you know,
Yeah.
let's say 20 weapons for $1 instead of 2 weapons for 10 cents or something, right? Like,
Yeah.
like just put it all together,
Not
right?
just mash out the microtransactions.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the thing with expansion packs is that they're good because they're huge and expansive. And and don't get me wrong, if you're going to do an expansion pack of that kind, make it pretty big. Make it like, because I don't know how much you think this game is going to be selling for on Steam once it's out.
I think 700,000 Maybe for like
Yeah.
$15. Like if
Maybe 10 packing peanuts. Who knows? Maybe 10,
Right.
maybe less.
yeah, maybe less.
But yeah, make it.
It won't be less than people backed us for on Kickstarter. It's important that they didn't pay more for the game than if they just waited.
Yeah.
But I really don't want it to go as high as 20. I really don't. 15 seems like a nice approachable amount, where everybody gets the game for a fair price and all the mandatory DLC that comes with it, like multiplayer. We promise on our freaking lives that multiplayer will be a free DLC upgrade to the game.
Yeah.
It has to be because that's part of the game that we always wanted. So anyway, that's how we feel about that.
Yeah. All right. So, do you guys have any more time for questions, or we're gonna have to wrap this up and ship it off to Mercury?
Let's go ahead and just check off what we have, and then we'll say no more questions after this, guys. Thanks for participating. We'll take what we have now, and then just call it a day.
Yeah.
So what do we got?
Let's see. We got another question from Uncle Funkle about aiming at certain places. So, how will aiming at certain body parts work?
You right now you press shift. None of this stuff is fixed in stone. It's the best thing we have for now, but we're still weighing options. Currently, you hold shift, and Sean will show you if you want to. It'll take 15 seconds, of course, but if he holds shift, you'll notice the gun flicks up slightly, and the he closed the game, and so that'll be for next time. When you hold shift, the cursor flicks up a little bit. Oh, he's going back in. I see.
He's going in.
It like flicks up a little bit, and the like basically you aim up at where your head would be. If you're locked onto an enemy or close to them, it'll aim up relative to their head. So if a dude is like jumping through the air, it'll still try to aim for where his head is, not necessarily up from the ground. So yeah, you see how it like kind of flicks up when you hold shift. That's currently how headshots work.
Yeah.
If you hold it down, it'll slowly lower over time. So you have to kind of like, it's basically to keep you from running through the game holding down shift all the time.
Right.
It encourages you to not have to do that and only hold it when you need it.
Although I'm guessing shooting in lower body parts would be quite useful in zombie survival mode if you want to, like, I don't know, make them just leave you alone just by not killing them.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, and some characters will be wearing head armor and not body armor, so it's impossible to do any damage to them, like from the front, by shooting them in the head. At which point, flanking tactics with your squad would be very important.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. Let me see.
My gun is so tiny.
I saw a question earlier about the auditor skill tree. We're thinking of having something like that, like a darkness fabrication skill tree. You wouldn't be invincible to bullets. You just would have like an enhanced attack bar that dodges better or something. Think of the auditor as just dodging bullets, like in the game terms, right? Like he just has a really good attack bar. Yeah, he's actively like causing it. It's not that he's invincible. He just is moving his shape around the bullets, right? Because he sees it coming. So that's just a unique version of attack bar. You would just see, instead of him dodging, like not the auditor, but your character that has that skill tree, you would see him like kind of like manipulate around the bullets or something.
Just like a flaming kind of mess would come from it.
Yeah, like you'd see like
it dissipates and comes back.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I picture anyway.
Handle that so much before.
Yeah, same as any character with attack bar. Okay, next question from that. I just saw that one and didn't want it to slip by.
Aye. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see. Making nice mouth sounds. As Sean eats more delicious chocolate.
It's not chocolate this time.
Oh
it
god,
crisps?
what are you eating now?
I'm eating a delicious Dorito chili heat wave. Potato
It is
chip.
crisps. It is crisps.
American crisps.
It
Did I tell? I'm going to sound like a complete unpatriotic piece of crap here, but I'm going to say Doritos kind of taste like cardboard. But
Well,
It's not about the Doritos, it's about the powder. It's about the fake cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chip itself is just what's delivering the powder to you.
Yeah, it's a vessel. It's a delivery system.
the faux.
So, do we have a next question? I'm happy to just run down the ones that I see here. All right, how about this? All right, how will aiming at certain body parts? We got that one. Auditor skill tree do.
Don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Summon weapons from hammer space, that kind of thing. Temporary like a gun if you need it. Bam, 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 and it runs out.
I think there was a question that was asked pretty early in the stream, and that's something that's actually quite important. So I might as well get that. I'm going to see who asked it first, so I'm going to go all the way up.
Yeah. And remember, you're not the auditor, but if you have auditor powers, you're like a low version of what he could do at full skills, I guess. So I'm assuming body consumption makes you grow slightly larger for a second, perhaps. But then like you grow shorter over time, and while you have it, maybe it's like
Maybe
increased attack
consuming
bar.
bodies is how you pull things out of hammer space.
Yeah, like you consume a body, and bam, you get a sword.
Yeah.
And I'm
My
going
body's-
to throw this out. I'm going to throw this out the window here, but
Yeah.
maybe if you consume certain bodies, like you get negative effects. Like we all saw what happened in like Madness 10.
Yeah,
And
so
Auditor
eating dead
just
like a
sucked
zombie or
up
something
Tricky and
bad.
just exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here is a question that was asked at the start of the stream. I can't remember who first asked it, but it's something that was first asked. Weather and lighting for the zombie survival mode. How is that going to be planned out?
I'd like to see some background skyboxes that flicker with thunder, lightning in the foreground, that kind of stuff. I'd like to see that.
I've never seen it rain in a cartoon though, so
Yeah.
not unless it was a fan cartoon.
Yeah, that's true.
Nevada
We
doesn't,
could do it.
Nevada doesn't really have any clouds, does it? It's just desert and
I've never-
Deserts don't really have rain.
yeah.
There was the sun.
It is fiction, after all. We can do whatever we want.
I like that answer actually. the best.
Raining hot
We
dogs.
can do whatever we want.
I'll do
Yeah.
it. Please.
I
It's
can see-
insanity and it can do whatever we want.
Well, all right, sandstorms then. How about that?
Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah,
Ooh,
just
yeah.
like sandstorms, even weather effects like
Snow.
tumbleweeds and like pieces of paper blowing down the street. Like I consider that weather effects because it's responding to errors, responding to
Well,
weather.
there's also going to be parts of the story mode that I've fleshed out where like entire buildings are destroyed. It can just like snow ash.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like an ashy snow or acid rain, like anything like that would be great. I'd love to see like broken water pipes that are still like spewing water, like they're just persistently.
Ooh, write that down on my list of
On
what
the-
I need to make.
Okay, so ladder, glue bucket and brush, glue splat decal, and
Broken pipes.
water pipe.
Would the broken pipes be actually releasing water, or would it just be a particle effect?
Oh no, it'd be like a particle effect. I don't. Otherwise, the
Yeah.
lid would just fill up and then.
Yeah, I mean we could do something
Exactly.
like that. But
It could be like 2012.
Or ooh.
Ew.
You have to escape the building before you drown to death.
So we got a starvation simulator. We got a
yeah.
swimming simulator.
Yeah.
Next
Let's
thing
get
you
some
know, we're gonna
acrobats
have
in there.
Next thing you know, we're gonna have a grass simulator, which is a game on Steam you can buy for $10.
Not sponsored
am not-
whatsoever.
How many crisps can you buy for $10?
You could probably like
quite a few, 9 packs of crisps.
probably
You can go for like
dollars.
60
Ooh, it's
pounds.
actually a bit. Oh fuck! I'm gonna have to convert it to pounds, aren't I?
Hang on.
Well,
I'll do the math.
well, £10. I'll say this: for £10, you probably get like, because crisps can be quite cheap. I think the cheapest I've seen is about 40 pence, which is 40 cents, because they get really.
Oh
cheap.
wow!
So
Sorry for the sarcasm.
yeah,
much?
Yeah.
Damn it. Be more open and accepting of
Oh.
other cultures.
Wow.
yeah. Be
That's
accepting of me, you beautiful man. Let me love you as you love me. Wait,
61
other way
61
around.
pence.
I will learn to love again.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm going to fire off some questions ASAP, super fast. Ready? All right, Z mode. If you get bitten by zombie, you lose all progress. But will you add your an option to continue like 2 days later? Maybe not an option, but maybe you don't get infected like as quickly. We go the zomboid route and it takes you a couple days, or maybe it happens instantly. We're not sure yet. We'll see. We'll figure that
Yeah, I'd
out.
like for it to last a little while so you can see if you actually got infected.
Yeah.
Because I like the zomboid route a lot for that. You got that apprehension until you actually get sick.
Yeah. Sandstorms.
Next one.
Sandstorm may be made by Darude.
No,
I
shut up.
I seriously freaking hope not. Not if Devin, the sound master, has anything to say about it.
Ban that man.
And Jesus getting infected in madness. Is that something that can happen to you in Project Nexus?
That was more story related.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it turns out that as we're writing the story we want that to happen, it will, but oh, sure.
There was that might not work for. We're not going to make any big reveals because we're still kind of thinking this through. But remember, like client world versus
yeah.
versus employer world.
Yeah.
Auditors like working in client world, so maybe not.
Yeah.
But we'll have to decide. We're still trying to decide how the many facets of the madness world interact with each other. Matt obviously has final veto power over everything,
And I veto everything he says.
which is why we have nothing to show for it. So we just go back to making rooms. So fine, I guess I'll work on the inventory then.
Yeah, I'll make some rooms.
That I think covers our questions, doesn't it?
That's
Yeah.
Looks like it.
I see something
Yeah.
about rappelling and base jumping.
yeah, that was a question that
we
was
have
asked a while
guys
back.
show up into the room, but nothing the player can do right now.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that would be more just like the explosive wall thing, right? Like there's
Yeah,
a
Heavily
point.
contextual.
Yeah, it's like this is the point. You can rappel down if you have the right equipment. You know, Demos or Sanford for free with the hook, or you can just equip.
Yeah, this ain't
Yeah,
just cause.
it's not gonna. It's not gonna be like something you can do everywhere, but it's not gonna be Call of Duty where it's just for like one singular level. It's gonna be a feature that's in a lot of levels, but
You're right. I wouldn't imagine that it happens once and like we spend all
Yeah.
this time teaching you.
Yeah.
yeah. We got Alpha Nueva in the stream for the last like 10 seconds.
He's been in
Who's
here
trying to
all the
ask
time.
these jump questions?
Has he?
Right.
Oh
Yes.
Christ, I didn't notice. I'm
He's
Now
sorry.
you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah, I do feel bad. Well, not about myself. I feel bad
Shame on you.
for. God, I'm so
Rappelling
sad.
and base jumping, poor guy.
Yeah, he's been like really going for that.
I'm still scrolling up. I'm waiting for the next one.
Yeah. Will there be? Oh, here's a one from Abandoneer about this, and this will be for zombie survival mode.
Yeah, we'll make this the last question before we.
Yeah. Will there be jerry-rigged weapons like makeshift blades and nail guns and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think so. I would believe so, especially in survival
There's
mode.
nothing really jury-rigged about a nail gun. You just sort of pick it up and shoot people with it.
Right, like if we're
But
talking.
you mean like a pipe rifle?
Yeah, or like, you know how in the like Half-Life 2 you get the gravity gun and you can shoot saw blades with it. Just make that a gun that shoots sword blades.
I would
like a
love to
fast
add at least like a really bare bones, like sure you can make it. I think we talked about once that we don't want to just let crafting be something that the gun people do, where I use melee and all I can do is craft guns.
We have that down somewhere.
So I like the idea of you can pick any object that has been tagged for this, especially in Zed Survival. Any object that's been tagged for like a blade, like for example, a 2x4.
Or a car battery.
Yeah, right. Or a car battery is the blade. You pick anything that is like the weapon part, and then you have like the hilt part, or maybe just the handle. Yeah, I think just handle and that. And so you pick the two things. So like bicycle handle, that could be the hilt for the weapon. And then you stick a broken shard of like a long piece of glass on there. And now you have a very not durable weapon that can get a couple of slashes in, but it's better and more deadly than just picking up the glass on its own.
Or if you happen across like a sword.
Yeah, like a broken piece of a sword could maybe be repurposed from that, and you'll see the duct tape wrapped around it.
Right.
So it's like sword blade on a bicycle handle, or you get the idea, something like that. Yeah, here like a microphone. The microphone is the handle, and you just jab that in there.
It should be able to like extend beyond just like taking garbage and making something that's less garbage. Because like the gun thing is taking a gun and making something great.
Yeah, making a proper gun. Whereas I also want that with guns. If you find like a piece of PVC pipe and strap that to a can of hairspray, that's your that's your ignition, and you can make flamethrower or add like yet again the bicycle handle and turn that into a crappy gun.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about turning trash into something that propels things, or you can swing it. Not much to it. Yeah, the bicycle thing in that one game.
Yeah. Bill,
But as for like actually constructing weapons, though, obviously you'll still be able to build melee weapons from parts. But as for like making trash into an almost like
less trash.
The Dead Rising style, like mixing two things to make something.
But he always made something amazing.
Well, yeah,
This will
right.
be more about making something that works.
It's like here's my kayak paddle with 2 chainsaws on it.
Right.
Because that makes sense, but that doesn't matter.
And the funny thing is, you just go find the Humvee and just kill zombies way faster.
Yeah. At the end of the day, yeah, I'm talking less about taking two things and making it like a more complicated, better weapon, and more about taking the broken parts of all this crap and like this baseball bat with the nails in it. I made this, and this one's got razor blades in it, and that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's got screws in it, and like you made it yours, like that kind of crap. I love that.
This one I wrapped in a rag and lit on fire.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like that kind of thing. Like you wrap it in a rag.
Yeah,
and...
like constantly diminishing condition, but just lots and lots of damage, and you light everything on fire.
So yeah, that kind of thing.
This one I named Jerry. Like, do you think that would be a feature? You could like name your weapons.
Or take a baseball bat, wrap it in barbed wire, and call it Lucille. If you're a Walking Dead comic fan, that's a famous weapon in that series. Lucille needs blood. She's a vampire bat. It's ridiculous, but I freaking love it.
Oh man.
Yeah. Hey, that could be a thing. Okay, so I think we're good for questions, right?
Yeah, I'd say we've had a good fill.
I think so. And Walrus, as always, thank you for taking care of the questions for us.
Yep, you
Love
know
to hear your beautiful voice every time.
Oh, you have no idea how I love to hear your beautiful voice every time.
Oh,
He does have a beautiful voice.
oh, thanks, guys. And also thank you, Sean, for basically making 5 minutes of gameplay look like it was worth doing for an hour and 20
5
minutes.
is awfully generous.
Oh, you found
It's
the making game for you.
Oh my god, we were like 12 years in.
I have a yeah. We were at that's at Stamper's old house
Yep.
also. We were both wearing black shirts.
Oh yeah, that's poetry.
Okay, yeah, I think we're good. And Devin, thanks for hanging in. I know there weren't a lot of music questions today, but
That's fine. Always on
That's the damn
standby.
yeah, exactly. Tomar's not here, but thanks, Tomar, wherever you are. If you're listening to this podcast on recording, like it's like 2 weeks from now, you're finally hearing it. Thank you so much.
Listening to us up here.
Are they? That would be stupid.
I don't think so.
Actually, that would be nice. That's preferable to everybody being in the room. Thank you, Sean Tanner, Afro Ninja.
It was fun.
It was a fun time. It was a good fun time. Like you've sat in on these Q&As before, right? Like you've heard us do one.
Oh
right?
yeah, I was in the chat once.
Yeah, that's right. I do remember that. That was the one with Bomb Tunes game playing.
Yes.
Yeah, way back. Chibi Night 2, was it? Super Chibi Night. And thank you, Bill, also for.
Well,
I
Sitting
I
in.
wasn't being too much of a disturbance.
No, I couldn't concentrate. No, it was perfect. Yeah. So, and thanks everybody for the questions. It was better than mediocre, which is all I ever really ask for, because that's the kind of game we're making is better than mediocre. So it all balances out in the end. So
Balance of the force.
yeah, all right. Well,
Ooh.
we have people showing up. Pico Days this weekend. I think we'll post on the Facebook and Tumblr links to how to watch if there's a live camera feed, and there always is. A way to watch me and Matt just get stupid around people, because that's pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you
That's the
know,
rule.
and you can see the reason why we're not working this weekend, or working for the rest of today, which is too bad. But we have guests.
Yeah, I guess that
So.
need to be attended to.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for joining, guys, and I think that concludes our Q&A. We'll meet you again I think we're doing this again in 2 weeks, but on Saturday as usual.
Yeah.
And we'll find some new game to play and maybe show off some more game footage at the same time.
We're gonna play more of Zomboid, you know it.
Yeah, we're probably gonna play Project Zomboid. Let's not.
I'll have to get that game as well. Ugh.
So
'Cause I hear
anyway,
it is a good thing.
it is. Yeah, we'll get you a copy, Walrus.
Cheers, man.
We were gonna get you one last time, but we didn't see you.
Well.
Anyway, there's like 10 people in my house, and I probably know only half of them, so I need to go wrangle people. So I'm gonna jet out now. Thanks a lot, guys, for coming. Thanks for the questions. Seriously, it was awesome.
It's been splendid.
Yeah.
Have
Well,
a good day.
Right.
yeah.
Bye,
Catch you guys
everyone.
in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, and bye, Sean. And we're gonna hang up from you on Skype too. So
Oh.
thanks again, everybody.
Bye.